Alright, we got a bit of a unique game here today. A little bit on the cheesy side of things, a little bit on the cheesy side. We have quite a few gyrocopters, with brimstone guns, and we have it's really hard to do like a cohesive breakdown of this cheesy army I've brought here. We also have the Skyhammer, the major bomber of the group here. But like I said, just a couple of frontline of gyrocopters with some brimstone in the back here. We do have for a lord. Oh, I'm sorry, and we also have another gyro bomber. We have for a lord. Or, I'm sorry, we've got some Uthar's raiders. And I don't even know why I'm showing you this stuff to you guys, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. And Ungrim Iron Fist. So this was a cheesy build that was recommended to me in the middle of the last stream. If you didn't get a chance to catch a glimpse of that, we do have it every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard. But this glorious flying dwarf army is heading directly into the jaws of Bretonnia. And this is something I've never done before because I've never really even used gyrocopters. I figured this would be a pretty fun and exciting army, and here we go. And by fun and exciting, I mean cheesy and shitty, but love it. So, let me slow this down here again, just to kind of go over here. We do have the normal gyrocopters that are going to be really good at anti-infantry. Obviously not going to be awesome against any of the armored units they've got. And the bombers themselves... Oh, I'm sorry, the brimstone gunners are going to be our armor-piercing anti-large type units. But it's kind of cool to see like all these archers kind of unleashing on this flying dwarf transformer army. Autobots, roll out! Just tearing apart, chunking up some foot squires here. No regard for anything. They've got the Fey Enchantress, another unit of paladins here. If my opponent is watching, I'm really sorry. Like, I didn't want this for you. I didn't want this for me either. But, you know, I have never done something as ridiculous as this, so sometimes you gotta just have some fun. Bringing in that bomber real deep, like Skyhammer going wild. Dropping the bombs from on high. Up and down the artillery. I never realized that the bombs were actually visible on the unit, which is just a really cool little like aesthetic piece right there. We still have the units just kind of bombing in the back, but oh, another bomber doing it. Oh, little mid-air collision there. Some more bombage going on. I mean, it's hard to really do much here. I mean, I'm targeting the only things that are going to affect me, which are the range units. We're unloading on them pretty hot and heavy, but I figure, you know what? Hey, let's go for someone that matters, right? Boom. Boom. It's so cheesy, but so funny. I'll never post another video like this, but I thought it was such a fun and enjoyable game that you guys really had to see how a cheese army really works out. Not tabletop, but in Dawn of War. I want you guys to get a glimpse of how such an army is put to either good or bad use. Again, here, really focusing on the archers, getting them out of the game, because that's the only thing that's really going to help, you know, win the fight for them. I do have my Lord and the Raiders in the back, because if those units are killed and my units don't land and get into close combat, then I default lose. Targeting could have been a little bit better here, I will say, even though this is kind of cheesy. The gyrocopter should have been targeting better units. These guys were on the armored units, which is good, but the bomber, rather than harrying this backline, could have been better used right here, bombing back and forth, and then maybe just having the brimstone gunners focusing on the Fey Enchantress, or maybe even just the normal copters. But breaking that leadership is always pretty key when it comes to a Bretonnia army comprised entirely of peasants. There's no knights at all in this army, which is pretty interesting. Gatling guns of this little motherfucker just going wet and wild on this unit of blessed trebuchets. Actually, an artillery piece you don't see too often with just another devastating bombing run. Uh-oh. How does this pan out, I wonder? Couldn't possibly be deadly if I'm lining up for such a shot. Glorious. All in all, though, like I really enjoyed using the Brimstone Gunners, or just the Gyrocopters as a whole. I've never really used them, so it was pretty enjoyable here. To again, as cheesy as this was, it was enjoyable to kind of get my hands on such a unit, and especially just to be able to focus on them solely. The Fey Enchantress are getting hit pretty hard and heavy here. The Earthblade starting to buckle as everything really focuses on her. As you know, that's kind of going to be the linchpin here. More bombing runs happening. Oh! And then there goes the Lord. And for the most part, that's pretty much the army after that. So again, a very cheesy fight, but I thought you guys would really get a kick out of it. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't expect to win at all taking that. But Iwazi, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this. It was, like I said, a bit of a cheese fight. I don't recommend you fighting like this at all. It's pretty frowned upon, but every so often it can be fun to just do a complete crap build. I mean, we spend so much time in Total War Warhammer, always kind of critiquing our builds and seeing what we can do to make them the absolute best. And you know, sometimes you have to remember you are playing a game, and a game of fantasy that is built upon like the tenets of just being ridiculous. And this is definitely a ridiculous match. I did not think I was going to win this, but I'm glad you guys could join me and join this here today and kind of see this insanity play out. We do have another stream on Saturday again at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard, so come watch me either win or come watch me play matches like this where you guys suggest cheese builds and we have some fun together. But thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.